Hey guys, RanterInShades here, exercise my first amendment rights vlog style. This is going to be a response to
Glenn
Fricker of SpectreSoundStudios. He put out a video recently about the recent onslaught of blocking that Warner Music Group has been doing, which as you guys know affected me too, with 2 of my videos getting blocked worldwide, though they appear to be public while the disputes are in process. I'm not going to be responding to his video in the form of a commentary in shades, because I agree with the intent and the general message behind the video, and because there are only a few parts of his video that I want to respond to, because there were a couple problems that I had. If you've never heard of Glenn Fricker before, he's someone from the guitar entertainment community. Someone please tell me if that's a good name for that. He specializes in making gear reviews, gear demos, production tutorials, and other videos, ranting and being a loudmouth with no filter. Being that I was a music tech major in college, I saw him and Ryan Fluff Bruce as people I could potentially derive some quality tips and tricks about audio engineering from, but I'm mostly subscribed for his Stupid Musician Text series. Those videos are fucking hilarious. This video isn't being made to bash Glenn, because I am a fan of most of his work, but with his video about the shenanigans of Warner Music Group, there were a couple things he said that I took issue with. So here's what happened with him. He got a video of his that he made in 2014 titled "The Fans Deserve Better," blocked worldwide by WMG for sampling The Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden, along with Not the American Average by Askin Alexandria. As of recording this video, the claim was dropped, but that doesn't affect the point of this video. It's essentially one of those "modern music sucks" rants, and throughout the video he puts stuff like the Askin Alexandria song up against songs like The Number of the Beast, which if you know me and my metal elitist videos, I think those are stupid and pointless, and I say this as someone who is not a fan of Askin Alexandria and thoroughly enjoys Iron Maiden's music despite finding them to be the most overrated band in metal, mostly because of videos like this, but that's beside the point. Like I said, I agree with the overall point of the video. Like most of us on YouTube, he is following fair use guidelines. He isn't using an overbearing amount of the original source material, the content is transformative, and his content isn't making a negative impact on the market. And above all that, the source material was sampled for the purposes of criticism, commentary, and, although I might not personally agree with this purpose, education, which along with parody and news reporting are what constitutes sampling of outside media as fair use. This is exactly what I had to deal with when my Hey Arnold video got blocked in all countries, except Canada for some reason, by Viacom, and it's exactly what I'm dealing with right now, with WMG blocking both my Best Songs of 2017 video for sampling Versace on the Floor by Bruno Mars, and my favorite quote-unquote one-hit wonder band's video for sampling Round and Round by Rat. But my first problem with Glenn's video is when he says this.
And no, this is not a bot. This isn't the YouTube algorithm stupidly picking off videos. This is the actions of some pathetic weasel sitting in an office somewhere in Los Angeles looking for videos to censor so that they can justify their employment.
How do you know that? Nowhere on the screenshots you show did it say that the Iron Maiden song nor the Askin Alexandria song were manually detected. It didn't say anything like that in any of the claims I got either, even in the ones I got from Sony and Universal, the 2 other members of the big 3 of major record labels that were at least courteous enough to not block my videos but instead just claim monetization, which isn't really a problem for me since I don't do YouTube as a job, but I understand and agree that it's a problem for those that do. And it doesn't say anything about the claims being manually detected on the tab in your video manager either. Granted, maybe it's just me still getting used to the new YouTube studio layout that was recently dumped on us and not seeing it, but still, there's no evidence suggesting that a person or a team is responsible for all these copyright claims. Another reason I don't believe that is because the claims that I and the likes of ARTV, Rocked, Jared Dines, Adam Neely, Rick Beato, and even Atticus the Death Metaler have been getting were all coming in a slew. The claims I got pretty much all came at once. You really think that's a person doing that?
No.
Be honest, a person would not have the time nor the patience to thumb through all these videos, and they probably wouldn't be getting paid nearly enough either. This is obviously the work of an algorithm. YouTube's content ID system has been like this for the longest time. The majority of the claims I've gotten in all the years I've been making videos weren't manually detected, but even if I were to give Glenn the benefit of the doubt and consider the possibility that maybe it's different with his video and only his video, he still gives no evidence to suggest that. I've also seen ARTV and Rocked both claim that this slew of claims from the big 3 major labels is the result of Article 13 being passed in the EU. If you want a short explanation of what that is, it's basically this legislation that was passed in the EU for whatever reason that's intended to prevent unauthorized posting of copyrighted content. It's also been referred to as a meme ban. But if there's really a connection between Article 13 and this slew of copyright claims, I think that what's going on is that the big 3 major labels are trying to accommodate for this new law in the EU by rolling out a new algorithm that's designed to detect even the crispiest usage of their content. So again, even while a part of me is skeptical if there's really a connection to Article 13, I'm still not being given a reason to believe that this is anything other than an algorithm. Glenn also says this in his video about the claims that Jared Dines got recently.
And then there's another case where he parodied Stevie T doing Hollaback Girl, and that got blocked, while Stevie T's original parody didn't. That tells me that someone is deliberately targeting music channels.
What I think that is just the algorithm being faulty, which again is something we've known about YouTube's content ID system for years. When I was doing my research for the What's Wrong With I did on Red Hot Chili Peppers, I noticed that all 3 of the songs of theirs that I played small clips from had Warner Brothers listed as the label distributing them. And at this point in time, I have not gotten any claims on that video or emails saying that the video's been blocked. Rick Beato said a similar thing in the video he made about all the blocking going on. He tried to claim that bigger channels that specialize in posting music commentary content were getting targeted. But if that were the case, why would they go after my videos, let alone Atticus the Death Metaler's Motionless in White review when he's a smaller channel than me? I am not a popular YouTuber. I'm just a small 3K subscriber channel here that makes videos as a hobby, and same with Atticus. So I have no reason to believe that it's only bigger channels being targeted or that it's strictly music commentary channels being targeted. This leads me to believe, again, this is an algorithm that's doing all this, not a person. And it's not the artist filing the claims either, like Rick Beato also tried to insinuate in his video. That's silly and you know that's silly. Leaving aside that these are mostly major label million seller artists that he talks about in videos like his What Makes This Song Great series, I think the artists would only care if their content was being reposted with no commentary whatsoever, especially if you're trying to monetize. If that's what was happening, the artists would be losing money and they'd have every right to take issue with it since that's where they make most of their money from. Not to deviate, but that's why I'm in support of the Music Modernization Act that Trump signed recently that entitles artists and copyright holders to potentially higher earnings from streaming services. I'll link a video from Cover Killer Nation where he talks more about this. I'm someone that wants artists to be able to earn enough to live comfortably, especially if streaming is how the majority of people are going to be listening to the music and if a good chunk of artists' earnings are going to come from streams, and especially given that that's the path I'm wanting to go down as a musician myself. I want artists to be earning more than a fraction of a cent per stream on Spotify, and the Music Modernization Act appears to want to help with that. Regardless of whatever your opinion on Donald Trump is, you gotta admit, this is a good thing. But that said, this doesn't mean that the content creators on YouTube who are following fair use guidelines need to suffer as a result of these new laws. The last thing I want to talk about regarding Glenn's video is what he says at the end.
It would seem that those who are in charge of the music business have not only found a way to censor parody, but dissent as well. Just remember that the next time you go to buy a piece of music. You'd better not upload an opinion piece on it to YouTube, or you could very likely find yourself blocked worldwide as well.
Wrong! This is not about censoring dissent. If that were the case, why would Warner go after my videos? My videos that got blocked are both positive countdowns. Top 10 best songs of 2017. Top 20 favorite quote-unquote one-hit wonder bands. These aren't videos where I'm giving negative opinions about the songs and artists that I talk about. That's the case with most of my countdowns actually, because I'm someone that likes talking positively about music I like and sharing it with my audience. Not every copyright dispute on this site is the same as Derek Savage going after I Hate Everything because he was butthurt about his review of Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Or Matt Haas taking H3H3 to court over the video they did on him if you want to go further.
This is an algorithm! It's the only reasonable explanation why a slew of claims will be filed all at once against both big and small channels and on both positive and negative videos. Before I end this video, let me say again that I don't hate Glenn Fricker. Overall, his video was okay, and he made some good points. There's a reason why Where's the Fair Use was created 3 years ago, and why the message still holds true to this day. But I'm sorry, Glenn, you really missed the mark with those points, and you're better than this. If you're watching this, I hope you and your fans don't take this video as an attack or an attempt to start drama, but rather me adding to the discussion about this situation with WMG by pointing out some problems I had with your video. Other than that, that's all I have to say about this. Thank you for watching this video, take care, and have a nice day. I'm Shades, and I'll see you next time.